Most horror channels on YouTube aren't getting the same level of views they once did, and the reason behind this decline is actually very simple. Over time, the niche has become extremely crowded, with more and more creators jumping in, but very few bringing anything new to the table. Instead of innovation, most channels are still relying on the same recycled formulas that have been used for years. You've probably seen this pattern countless times: predictable, overused storylines paired with a handful of random, lifeless images that fail to create any real tension or atmosphere. These videos don't build suspense, they don't spark curiosity, and most importantly, they don't give viewers a reason to stay till the end. As a result, audience interest slowly fades, watch time drops, and the algorithm stops pushing the content. But today, we're not talking about another copy-paste horror channel. Today, we're looking at something completely different. Inspired by the channel MJV Animations, this style of content focuses on horror stories rooted in real events and creative inspirations, all brought to life through animation. And the results speak for themselves. The channel has already surpassed 120 million total views. Several of their videos have reached millions of views, and most uploads consistently pull in hundreds of thousands. According to Social Blade, the channel is earning over $10,000 per month, which is an impressive achievement in such a competitive niche. So what's their secret? One word: distinction. In a space where most creators are still stuck using outdated, repetitive formats, this channel chose a completely different path. Instead of copying what everyone else was doing, they focused on standing out by blending animated visuals with deeply immersive horror storytelling. This combination doesn't just tell a story, it pulls the viewer into it, creating an atmosphere that feels intense, cinematic, and memorable. The animation adds life to the horror, while the storytelling keeps viewers emotionally invested from start to finish. And that's exactly why their content performs so well. So the real question now is, how can we replicate this level of quality and uniqueness? More importantly, how can we build a channel like this using AI without expensive software or a huge production team? In this video, I'll walk you through the entire process step by step, showing you how to create animations in the same style using completely free AI tools. I'll share every tip and technique you need to produce professional quality animations without spending a single dollar. To help you grow faster, I've also linked a Google Doc in the description that contains all the prompts you'll need to create your own animations, along with a growth strategy you can use for inspiration. Before we begin, let's watch a short demo together, and I'll show you the full version at the end of the video. So let's dive in.
We were nine experienced ski hikers from the Ural Polytechnical Institute, led by Igor Dyatlov, a man whose name would later become a synonym for mystery. Our mission was to reach Otorten, a mountain whose name in the local Mansi language translates to "don't go there." We should have listened. The first days were tough but exhilarating. The cold was a brutal living thing, but we were prepared. Our spirits were high. Then, on February 1st, 1959,
As I mentioned earlier, there are several factors that determine success in this niche, and one of the most important is your video topic. Most horror channels continue to recycle the same overused plots. But if you want to grow quickly and truly stand out, you need to focus on creative, original ideas. There are many ways to find them. You can research lesser-known stories online, or even ask your audience to share real-life experiences they've had or heard about. This gives you an endless source of fresh content. To make things even easier, I've done the work for you. Head over to the Google Doc linked in the description and copy the command from the title prompt section. Then open Google and search for DeepSeek. Click the first reliable link to access the platform. If the site opens in Chinese, simply switch the language to English at the top. Once inside, paste the command into the input box and hit enter. DeepSeek will instantly generate a long list of creative ideas, ranging from real-life events to inspired and fictional stories. This method gives gives you access to thousands of unique, untapped ideas, the kind most creators ignore and exactly what can set your channel apart. Once you have your ideas, the next step is script writing. The script is one of the most critical elements of success in this niche. A strong horror script doesn't just tell a story, it makes the viewer feel fear, tension, and suspense. That emotional connection keeps people watching longer, which sends powerful positive signals to the algorithm. To write scripts like this, my first recommendation is to study successful horror channels. Pay attention to how they structure their stories, how they pace each section, how they build tension, and how they end each segment. However, I've already simplified this process for you. I analyze top-performing channels and turn their storytelling techniques into a ready-to-use prompt. Open the Google Doc again, copy the script prompt, and paste it into DeepSeek. At the beginning of the prompt, you'll see 3 input fields: location or theme, main title, and number of stories. If you already have ideas, you can fill these in manually. For this example, I'll choose idea number 15 from our generated list. I'll set the location as the woods, paste the title, and choose 3 stories, though you can select any number you want. Once you hit enter, DeepSeek instantly generates multiple stories. For real events, it even includes references and sources so you can verify authenticity. Usually, you'll get a mix of real, inspired, and fictional stories, just like top horror channels use. With the script complete, it's time to move on to voice creation. Voice is a crucial element in horror storytelling. If you have a strong voice that fits the tone, I highly recommend recording it yourself. It adds authenticity and emotion. But if you prefer using AI, that works perfectly too. Search for OpenAI TTS on Google, open a trusted link, and log in with your Gmail account. The platform gives you free credits for up to 2,000 characters. Copy your script from DeepSeek and paste a section into the text box. You can preview different AI voices and choose one that suits your horror theme. I personally like the voice called Ash. Select it, click generate, and within moments your narration is ready to download. Next comes image creation, the stage where your channel really begins to stand out. Go back to the Google Doc and copy the image prompt. Paste it into DeepSeek and feel free to customize it to develop your own unique visual style. DeepSeek will generate detailed image prompts for each story. Then search for Whisk on Google and open the official tool. Set the image ratio to 16:9 for YouTube. Copy a prompt from DeepSeek, paste it into Whisk, and click generate. Within seconds, you'll have high-quality images. One major advantage of Whisk is character consistency, allowing you to maintain the same character design across multiple scenes, something many tools struggle with. Once your images are ready, it's time to create the video. Many advanced AI video tools are paid, and if you have the budget, they're worth using. However, there are free alternatives. Copy the video prompt from the Google Doc, paste it into DeepSeek, and generate animation prompts. Then open Meta AI, switch the model to video, upload your image, paste the prompt, and click animate. In under 30 seconds, your video is ready. If the result isn't perfect, simply regenerate until you're satisfied. Even without a prompt, the results can be surprisingly good. The final step is editing, and this is where everything comes together. First, focus on creating a strong thumbnail because it plays a huge role in getting clicks. Simply copy the thumbnail prompt from the Google Doc, paste it into DeepSeek, and then transfer the generated prompt into Whisk. Within moments, you'll have a high-quality, story-relevant thumbnail image. Add your title or text on top. Keep it bold and readable, and your thumbnail is ready. Now, move on to editing the actual video. Open CapCut on your desktop and create a new project. Start by importing all your video clips along with the generated audio file. Place the audio on the timeline first, since it acts as the backbone of your video. Carefully listen through it and trim any long pauses or unnecessary silences to keep the pacing tight and engaging. Once that's done, combine the cleaned audio into a single clip. After that, sync your visuals with the narration, making sure each scene perfectly matches what's being said. This alignment is what makes the final video feel smooth, immersive, and professional. To enhance the overall atmosphere and give your video a more cinematic, horror-focused feel, start by adding subtle visual effects. Apply black noise across the entire sequence to introduce a gritty texture that makes the animation feel older, darker, and more unsettling. Next, use the wobbly black effect to slightly darken the edges of the frame, creating a vignette-style look that draws the viewer's attention toward the center while adding a sense of unease. For smooth scene changes, use black fade transitions between clips. These transitions maintain tension and prevent harsh cuts that could break immersion. After that, move on to subtitles. Use the auto captions feature to generate them automatically, then carefully review and adjust their timing so they sync perfectly with the narration. Style the subtitles in a clean, readable font and choose a color that stands out against dark visuals without being distracting. Finally, add background music to complete the experience. Head over to Pixabay, search for Scary, and you'll find plenty of atmospheric tracks designed for horror content. Choose one that slowly builds tension, lower its volume so it sits beneath the narration, and place it gently under the entire video. When done correctly, the music should enhance the fear without overpowering the story. Once everything is complete, export your video in the highest quality available to ensure your visuals look sharp and professional on YouTube. Before uploading, quickly review the final render to make sure the audio, visuals, subtitles, and background music are perfectly balanced. After that, upload your video to YouTube. Write a compelling title, add a strong description, and use relevant tags to maximize reach. If you found this tutorial helpful and learned something new, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss future uploads. I'll be sharing more step-by-step guides, tools, and strategies to help you grow faster in this niche. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.